Loading Up Podcast. Game on.
Perfect.
Welcome back to the Loading Up Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Producer Jay, along with both of my co-hosts, Brother Tay.
I was drinking water. Hold on.
Classic.
Damn. Calm and breathe. What's up?
And
Keep it all in.
my other co-host, Brother Zay.
Yo, what's going on, man?
What's going on,
All in.
man?
We don't edit.
Yeah, we
Never have
just
this
run
habit.
right through. We don't redo stuff. Before we get into all the stuff we got going on today, just want to remind you that if you're watching us on YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. It'll definitely help us out and reach more people, more earballs, all that good stuff. If you listen to us on a podcasting app, you can rate us and share us and do all that nice stuff. If you look in the description, you can see some of our sponsors, which is NordVPN, W Energy, and Starforge PCs. You can save some money off of subscriptions and services and products, and trust me, you'll want to do so. It's really cool. And yeah, if you support them, they'll support us, and we thank them, and we thank you. That being said, let's start with Brother Tay. What you been playing?
What's up? What have I been playing? Well, till I broke my Switch last week.
Oh no.
I was. It's okay. It was the nunchuck. The Switch itself is fine. I gotta get new nunchucks.
Oh, the okay.
Yeah.
I was
on the 64 emulator. I was on Kirby Dream Land.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And then I also got a chance to try Little Nightmares, the new one.
Oh, Little Nightmares 3?
Pretty good.
Yeah. I wanted to get that for my kids, but you can't play locally 2 players, which sucks. You have to do online.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. But I feel like, unfortunately, that's how just most games have just gone, which doesn't make any sense to me, honestly, but whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. Brother Zay, what you been playing?
That is I.
Shut up, Alexa.
If you're watching on YouTube, you see me playing some Battlefield 6 Red Sec, the Battle Royale mode. I've been playing a lot of that. I also been playing a ton of Power Wash Simulator 2 because that dropped on Game Pass, and I'm addicted because I can't stop. I can't stop cleaning.
I saw a stream about that one. It looks good.
It's so fun. It's so relaxing. But yeah, besides Battlefield 6 and been playing the Power Wash Simulator 2. I played and beat through Keeper. I'm still going through Ninja Gaiden 4, and I started the first episode of Dispatch. And
oh my god, yes.
Yeah, the first episode was crazy good. I'm like, man, I need more of this. So I can't wait to continue playing. I've been waiting for my day off to see if I could play through some of the episodes. I think they're up to episode 4 already.
Yeah.
So
me, I know so much about that. I won't say nothing to you.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. So I can't wait to continue because like I love those type of games where it's like Telltale games,
Right.
But like this has extra, added extra stuff in it. It's really great. So far what I've played, I've really enjoyed, and I'm like, I can't wait to jump into the next episode.
Cool. I thought about getting Dispatch, but like I don't know, I love the Telltale games. I know it's made by a bunch of people from there.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it, but I don't know. I think maybe I'll wait till all the episodes are out, and then I'll take the plunge.
They have plans to release it on Xbox, so
yeah, and that's another thing. I was gonna get it on Steam, but
yeah, I have it on Steam thanks to Albrea. She purchased on Steam, and we all like do the family game sharing. So I was able to play with her. So that was nice of her.
That's cool.
I'll probably get it when it releases on Xbox, because I mean that's just where I play most of my games. So I can't wait for it to release there because the game it's hella fun. I was very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, those
I didn't know
games
what
are fun.
Yeah, but I didn't know what to expect, because it was I heard it was different. So I was like, okay, I get in there and it was like really good. So looking forward to playing more of that.
I lied. It is very different than like other Telltale games that
Yeah.
we've really used to playing, especially like I don't know about to be fair, I don't know about producer Jay. I know me personally, and I have a feeling Brothers A, especially with what was it? What was the one with the wolf? Wolf Among
Wolf
Us?
Among Us. Oh, I
Us.
love that.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah, Wolf
favorite
Among Us
Telltale
is
game.
amazing.
Yeah, like that. Those it's very different from that, but also this is just as a key thing for you, Brothers A, because you have and also the producer Jay, because you guys have children. When you
Yes.
get to do episode 3, don't let them watch the first few minutes.
Oh yeah.
Episode. Okay.
I heard. Yeah. The
Yeah.
game generally is not for children.
No.
Yeah.
But I want to be specific on that one because I know how that one starts. Yeah, not to keep the kids out the room for that one.
Okay. I'll make
Not
sure.
me. Playing by myself in the dark at night. Don't worry. We're just playing Dispatch.
Just anything else they can watch. I'm pretty sure they've done a lot of other stuff. That's just not for kids safe.
Just
I know
not that
that for a
part.
fact.
Okay.
Not that
Got
one.
you.
Thank you for the update.
Got you.
Before
got you.
I say what I've been playing, I
Yeah.
want to comment because I'm watching your gameplay, brother. Say, literally, you
Oh.
just dropped.
I just
Somebody
dropped-
killed you.
Yes, I left it in there on purpose. I was gonna restart. I was like, you know what? The hell with it. Because he landed literally right behind me and stabbed me.
Yeah.
I had no gun. I had no chance. I didn't even
Yeah.
know they were right behind me.
Yo,
But yeah, I left it in there. It's okay. It gets better.
Yeah, no, you redeployed and stuff like that. But so it's just like, wait, what? It just started. How'd he die?
It's funny.
Yeah.
You want to know something really funny? Actually,
What's that?
one of my roommate's mother just told me that the clips started showing up on her social media, and she was watching the game.
nice.
She's like, "Who?" She's like, "That person died in that game," and this and this. And I was like, "Yeah, it is what it is." She's like, "How come?" She's like, "You don't see it?" I was like, "I don't see anything I record. I think everyone forgets this."
Yeah.
Like once it gets put out in the air, whatever I said. I'm not going back.
Yeah.
I'm not
Um,
reacting to nothing. It is what it is.
So I've been playing. I'm still on my Kingdom Hearts trend. I'm trying
Saga.
to go through all the games. Yes. Almost done. Yo, Chain of Memories. I did not realize how long that game is.
Oh, that
It
game is the
is-
longest and the hardest to
yo.
me.
And the hardest because it's like it requires actual more strategy than the other games, I feel like. Because now you have to time your attacks. It's not like you could just spam anything that you got. Like, no, you actually gotta pay attention to what you're doing because
Oh,
it's
it's like
card based.
It's like a 20-hour game.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
realize this when I played it before. I was like, yo, this game is long.
No, that game is long and tough.
Yeah, and tough. And I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so
It's not
even
forgiving.
more. Yeah, so I'm still making my way through that. I'm on the last level, I believe. But that's just because I played it before, but again, I didn't realize how long it was when I played it the first time. I'm only halfway done, really. But I have to go through the game again, but as a different character. So yeah. Not looking forward to that part, but it is what it is. I've also been playing. I saw so many people talking about it on like Twitter and stuff like that. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's either Ball Pit or Ball X Pit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that game dropped on Game Pass. That again, it's one of there's always that one game. Before it was Balatro, and then it's like Supermarket Simulator. There's always that one game where it's just like you just get sucked in, and this is one of the ones. So and it's so
These are new to
simple.
me.
Yeah,
This is new to
it's
me.
called
I don't know if there's a
it's
game.
called Ball X Pit. It's like you ever play Breakout?
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically that. It's
Okay.
like a classic game, but like with a modern twist, and it's really fun.
Ah.
And yeah, it's like it's also kind of like Vampire Survivors too, where like you don't really do anything, you just move around, but it's like how you maneuver,
wait.
and that makes
Hold
it
on.
challenging but also satisfying.
There's another game I just thought of. I can't remember it anymore. Probably Brothers A knows it. It's like an arcade shoot 'em game. But you get a bunch of different characters. Like one's a skull, one's him, and his power is like aura. I'm gonna look. I'll be back.
Something
I'm
like
gonna go
Vampire
find it.
Survivors type deal.
It might be Vampire Survivors if you're thinking of
Sounds like
that.
Vampire Survivors.
Maybe I don't remember anymore. I gotta go back and like look at my stuff. Oh no, I do. No, it is Buffett. I do know what we're talking about.
Wait, what
No,
is
it's
this?
not. It was mega. It was mega bonk.
Mega Bunk?
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
told us about it.
I was like, I'm pretty sure you guys talked about it before. I was like, I remember it.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
so
finally.
I've been playing a little bit of that, and it has like some because it's not just the that gameplay. Like there's also kind of like a base building mechanic type thing on the side, which I'm not too big of a fan of, but you know it's not like the main game. Um, yeah, so I've been playing some of that. I played a little bit of the Outer Worlds too. I know I said I was gonna wait, but I kind of wanted to see what it was like, and I played it on my ROG Ally because I wanted to see how it performed, and it actually performs really well. Like I'm surprised at how, especially because I'm pretty sure it's on Unreal Engine 5, and I know Unreal Engine 5 on handhelds is hit or miss. So it performs really well. Obviously you have to tinker around with settings and stuff like that, but once you get it right in the sweet spot, it's pretty good. I haven't gotten past like the first area because I just started it. I don't know if I'll go back to it anytime soon, but I just want to kind of get a feel for it, and because I heard a lot of good things, and yeah, and I love the first one, so I played a little bit of that. Um, I think that's
It
pretty
also
much it.
it uses the Unity engine.
Oh, you use Unity? Are you sure?
Yeah, the latest version of Unity. Yeah.
Also, maybe that's why it was running so smooth. I thought it was Unreal Engine, but anyway,
I mean,
that's actually good.
to be fair, and I forgot to mention this, I've been playing also with brother Matt some Arc Raiders,
Uh-huh.
and that is on Unreal Engine 5, and that runs really well for being on Unreal Engine 5, because we all
Yeah.
know Unreal Engine 5 is just a mess. Either developers don't know what they're doing entirely, so it comes out like a little bit buggy or stuttering, but Arc Raiders runs smooth as hell, and is a pretty fun game.
Yeah, honestly, I was getting a little bit of the FOMO because I kept seeing people talk about it and play and stuff like that. But then I thought about it. And I was like, this is because it's extraction shooter, and I'm not the biggest fan of extraction shooters.
Yeah, I mean either. Honestly only got it because brother Matt plays, and he's super excited about the game. He loves the game, and I was like, I got it on sale for like $29. So I was like, you know what? Well, that's whatever. Let's pick it up. We'll play. We have fun playing it, and it is fun, but it can be really annoying. It's
Yeah,
it's one of those games that you go in there with your stuff, you die, that's it. You lost your stuff. You gotta try and go back out there. But there's a lot of griefers out there. But that's the name of any extraction shooter,
But
I think
most
that's
you know.
games.
why. Yeah,
That's the game of
that's the
most.
main thing that's turning me off about it. The
Yeah.
griefers. I saw a clip of a guy who like he pretended to be friends with people and then like betrayed them and stole their loot. And I'm just like, you know what? Like even if the game lets you do that, you're still an asshole. Like that doesn't change the fact that you're doing a shitty thing.
Yeah, I mean, there are people out there who don't grief, and there are friendlies out there who won't shoot you or anything like that. But then, the nature of these type of games is there are people who will do that. They will be an ass, and they will kill you at extraction or whatever the case may be. Like I try not to do that when I play because I don't like that. But
Yeah.
again, for people who don't like that type of extraction shooter game where it's like PvP involved, you can just go play a different type of extraction shooter like Helldivers 2. Because that is an extraction shooter, but that's PvE only, not really PvP.
Yeah. I mean,
You
yeah, there
know?
is like friendly fire, but like
I
you
mean,
don't
yeah,
really see people do that.
friendly fire happens basically just on accident most of the time.
Yeah.
But it's not like a PvP game. So for the
But
people who did complain about Arc Raiders and how it's PvP heavy, like that's the nature of that particular game. If you wanted something that was PvE, then you can play different extraction shooters that are only PvE, like Helldivers 2.
There you go.
That's how I view that.
But yeah, I think that's the main things I've been playing. Um, yeah, I've been trying like different games on the. I mean, I play a little bit of Keeper too. I try to like mix it up in terms of like the games I play on my ROG Ally, just because I want to like test out everything. I don't know why. Like I just want to download games and test them out. Like I almost downloaded because I heard people were having struggles with Halo Infinite on the Ally, and I was like, you know what? Let me download. I haven't played Halo in a while, but then I was like, I don't have time to download this. I gotta wait till I get home, because I was at work. But yeah, so yeah, that's the
Brother
main
over
things
here,
I've been
like this brother over here downloading games like he don't got a whole archive to get through.
for real.
I
And I
mean,
downloaded a bunch of
uh,
emulators too. I was playing what was it? Metal Gear Solid, Portable Ops, not Portable Ops. Metal Gear Acid. That's what it was. Um, it was for the PSP, and I remember playing it as a kid, and I really liked it. I wanted to play it again, and it actually kind of holds up. But I mean, I'm playing it through an emulator, so I was like, I had to figure out how to maneuver everything. But
You
yeah,
were playing that on your PC or on
no,
the
on my
Xbox ROG Ally?
Ally, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I set it up too because on the Allied, because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, you got to go to Windows mode to launch emulators," and I was like, "Nah, there has to be another way." So I found another way where you can add a widget to the like the guide button, I guess. So
Mm-hmm.
when you bring it up and you go to like your friends and settings achievements, there's a widget there on the end that you can click on. It's called the One Game Launcher, and then you can customize like separate launchers from that. So you can launch any emulator that you want without ever having to go through the desktop mode. So that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That's an easier way to get through everything.
Yeah. Now I just gotta
sounds
find
nice.
games to play.
Time.
Yeah, and that too. That too.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, bro.
All right,
Yeah,
I guess we can jump straight into the news, huh?
Yeah, we got lots of news.
Little bit of talk about stemming from last week. We have some news out of Square Enix. They announced more layoffs as part of the United States and Europe restructuring. So the main corporate home location out of Japan, the president had basically a video call, a Zoom call to let everybody know about the overseas structural reform to create more lean and agile business across the board. So they laid off, I think it was roughly 200 people. 140 were at risk in the London office alone. And the big thing out of this was that they wanted to focus majority of its Q&A and debugging work to be handled by generative AI within the next 2 years. So it seems like these layoffs were just a stepping stone to get more AI involved into their game development and get rid of the jobs for actual humans, which is terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, all this
Unfortunate.
means is that we're gonna see a lot more buggy games because I think people really overestimate how good AI is at detecting flaws and imperfection or whatever. But like that's the point of QA. That's the point of like playtesting. You have to find these flaws, and I feel like AI a lot of times overlooks. Like if you look at any just like generative AI video, like you'll see like small imperfections there. It ruins the whole illusion. That it's like, oh yeah, that's clearly AI. And now think of that on a bigger scale. Like you're gonna see that more often in games. Like you're gonna see small little bugs. You're gonna see people with like 6 fingers like in one cutscene. Like it's it's gonna end up being really bad, and I don't understand why developers are. And no, actually no, I do understand why. It's a cost cutting measure. That's all it is. But they're gonna see the hard way that it's probably better to just spend the money and have human testers test these games than to have AI do it and just call it a day. Because I remember there was a whole bunch of controversy surrounding was it Black Ops 6? because they were using AI for some of the artwork assets, and it was very evident, and you could see that they used AI, and I believe they did admit that they used AI. But now think about that on like the actual game, not just art assets. It's gonna be an issue, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Like they're gonna find out the hard way.
I mean, listen, when it comes to these companies using AI for those reasons, they're gonna have at least a few people to go over the AI's work to make sure things actually function. They were gonna get rid of 10 people and have just 2 people to oversee the AI. That just doesn't make sense. Just pay the people the correct pay them to do the job correctly the first time, and that's it. You
Right.
know, this whole AI bubble is like it's gonna be crazy once the AI bubble actually pops. That's all. That's all. It is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be really bad. But they're choosing that. They know the risks, and they're choosing to go that route anyway.
Sure. But yeah. To be honest, it's not like it was just so strange because I definitely just people can't determine what is made by AI anyway off quick glance anyway. So it's a
I
really
guess that's
weird
what they're
thing.
going with. Like most people, the majority of people can't tell, or they struggle to tell the difference, and that's what they're banking on. So
Oh,
they're hoping people just overlook this stuff,
it's gonna.
which they probably will. Let's be
Well,
honest.
some will. If we can be honest on that part. Some definitely will, but not everybody will.
And let's move on to more depressing news. Uh Mega corporation Amazon is laying off more than 14,000 people across their various divisions, and their the gaming division I think takes up a majority of those layoffs. Um, Amazon's gaming division created games like New World and Lost Ark, and they are now basically sunsetting those games because I think almost almost everybody lost their job within that particular gaming division, which is absolutely insane to see.
That's
Eh,
unfortunate.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It sucks because like I remember hearing that there was so much promise regarding like the what was it, the Lost World, I think it was, or New
Yeah,
World,
Lost Ark is the new one.
Lost
New
Ark,
World
New
is
World.
the New World. Yeah, they had an updated one that was for like Xbox, PC, PlayStation, everything.
Yeah, I remember hearing people talking about it and how good it actually was, and we're surprised that it was an Amazon game because you wouldn't think Amazon would be able to deliver on that type of game, but now they're realizing, yeah, the gaming industry is very expensive, and they're trying to get out of it, and I think they're just gonna abandon it altogether. I think we're starting to see the first steps where obviously it's like mass layoffs and stuff like that. But I think for a company like Amazon, who already does like layoffs anyway, I think we're probably gonna see them basically bow out. They're gonna sell some studios. They're probably gonna close down Amazon Luna because I mean I don't even hear people even talking about it. I know people forget that it even exists.
Forgot.
Um,
I just forgot that was a
yeah,
thing myself. To be fair,
exactly. So yeah, I think this is Amazon realizing that they bit off more than they can chew when it comes to gaming, and that also speaks to what they're gonna do about Twitch because they still own Twitch. That has its own problems in and of itself. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it really sucks, and I can't believe the Series X did this. The Series S did this again.
No, no, you didn't.
You know, that's what it goes come down to. Game Pass and the Series S. That's
absolutely.
what we
It's
blame.
always
That's who we blame.
that's what we have to blame. It makes sense. It's their fault. Brothers, hey, don't argue with us. It's been
I'm
marvelous.
leaving. I'm
No,
leaving.
let's talk about this. Come on, don't do that. Come on,
Come
you can
on, we need you.
stay. We
All
were
right, we're
only
moving on
kid. We
because I'm moving on. We're going to more Xbox Vault news. All right, so the U.S. Patent Office has dealt a huge blow to Nintendo because they're going to take steps to re-examine the patent that they won earlier this year for the Pocket Pair against Pocket Pair, which is the Powered video game, the owners of Powered video game. So Games Trade reports that in a stunning development due to public outrage that started here at GamesTrade.com and reflecting concerns over implications for the reputation of the U.S. patent system as a whole. The director, John Squires, has personally ordered at his own initiative his organization to take another look at Nintendo's U.S. patent number 397. And that's big. And the reason why it's a big or why it has wider ramifications as a whole is because a lot of times they do relook at things, but not to public outcry, and not because let's just take a look over what we just did. No, maybe they have to relook at it because they realize maybe they made a mistake in doing this, and they want to sort of give themselves a chance to fix that. And that's what I believe the U.S. Patent Office is going to be doing. They're going to be looking over this patent, making sure that it was fair to initially give them the rights to the patent. And that is a huge win for Power World and Pocket Pair. That is a step, I believe, in the right direction, because I don't believe any gaming company should be patenting mechanics or things that people do in a particular game. That sets a very bad precedent. We know this from the WB patenting the Nemesis system, and
Yes.
how we can never ever experience that ever again.
Well,
So
not maybe we might. WB is on sale right now, so there's this
true.
chance.
I mean, whoever owns it they will still own the patent then, if that's the case. So
Yeah,
whoever
whoever
ends
buys
up,
them would own it.
whoever
Yeah.
buys them will just own it. Who knows what they'll do? Maybe they won't do nothing. They'll just sit there. So, but yeah, them taking a look again at this patent and re-examining if they did the right thing, I believe, is a huge win for Pocket Pair and Power World, and it shows steps that people are taking to listen to the gamers who just want to make sure that things stay fair, and that Nintendo doesn't just sue people into the ground because they can't compete.
Like they want to. But to be fair, the idea when they won the patent, everyone was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah, the fact that they even had a patent out for that, it was kind of ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I will say, it's always a good day when Nintendo loses. So
Yeah.
Stop trying to get
Nintendo,
us
at
in
least
trouble.
at least when it
telling
comes
ya.
to like legality stuff, like when they try to freaking strong arm small developers and modders and all that stuff, they can. I don't want to say it. It's gonna be too
Say
vulgar.
it.
Thank you.
They can suck my
Stop.
dick.
Oh my god. Y'all just don't want me to be happy. Y'all just want me stressed. I'm gonna end up with an email like Nintendo wants to meet. Nintendo's
No, it's
legal
funny.
team wants to meet.
I talk so much shit about Nintendo. Meanwhile, I'm live streaming one of the games, so
which by the way is really fun to watch.
yes, it's fun to play too.
But he isn't streaming the game that caused this patent.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's a good thing. As you said, it's the right direction and what should happen. Nintendo, of all companies, should not be able to strong arm game mechanics. Like that's just stupid. Like let game mechanics exist. Let people copy and evolve it, because that's how gaming gets better. It's being additive on what's already been established and making it better.
Yeah, and obviously we see that if Nintendo would just invest more in their companies and franchises that make them a lot of money, these developers can do very well. They have the people who made Pokemon, they have a game coming out next year called Beasts of Reincarnation. That game looks absolutely fantastic and completely the whole 100% opposite of what Pokemon is, but they do things so differently, and it's because they had a budget and they had people to say, "Hey, listen, you want to make a game? That's cool. Make it. Here's the budget. Let's do it." They didn't have any particular, company behind them stopping them or saying they must do this and that. Like the new Legends ZA, that Pokemon game, it still doesn't run 100%. And then the
Yeah.
graphics are like PlayStation 1 graphics. Like this is the Switch 2. We're in 2025. We should be expecting better and not more of the same from the last year or the previous years or even a decade ago, technology.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully this is this is wishful thinking, but hopefully this is a wake-up call for Nintendo to be like, maybe you should back off a little bit.
Making
Hopefully.
sense. You're making sense. But Nintendo though.
But Nintendo.
Nintendo
You're right.
Nintendo on Nintendo. Yes, no better.
All right, that's enough for Nintendo hate. Let's move on to EA and BioWare. So we got some updates out of EA. They wanted to come out and spell some rumors because nobody knew what was going to happen after EA's pending sale to Saudi Arabian investors. But we got some really good news out of them. BioWare is now focused exclusively on Mass Effect. A little quote from the article here. Let's start by setting the record straight. The next Mass Effect game is in development, and EA and BioWare remain committed to telling more stories in this universe. The truth is that last few years have been incredibly busy time at BioWare, but currently the team is heads down and focused exclusively on Mass Effect. And that alone is great news because everybody was always wondering. We basically all we got was screenshots or concept arts. We never really got any tentative proof that they were continuing working on Mass Effect. So just hearing this update was really nice.
Yeah, I'm obviously as a huge Mass Effect fan, like this was music to my ears. As much as I don't like EA's recent trends and moves and stuff like that, Mass Effect was like the one thing that I can always kind of look back to and be like, that was really good. Like that was a bright spot in EA's history. And even Andromeda,
we were.
even Andromeda, as much as people like to shit on it, it wasn't terrible. It was just not.
It wasn't.
It was just not as good as the original trilogy. Obviously,
That's true.
You can't reach those heights again, but you could come close. I heard I guess not really a rumor, but like I heard apparently. So with Dragon Age, Veilguard, yeah. Obviously it was very like polarizing in terms of fan reception and stuff like that. But one thing I did hear that was kind of universal was that the last act of the game was very, very good. So
It was.
And I heard that the Mass Effect team was the one who did that. That they were the ones who worked on the third act because obviously like the development was all over the place and it was going out of control, and then they called in the Mass Effect team to take a break from that and finish up Veilguard. And if that's the case, then that's good news because that means Mass Effect is most likely gonna be quality, hopefully, maybe. But yeah, so hearing this news, yeah, I was just super excited, and it's been like every year they've had like small little morsels of information regarding the game and what's gonna happen, what is the story, and all this stuff, and every little bit is just like, oh, I want it already. I'm so hyped. But it's probably not gonna be for a few more years, but I'll be willing to wait. Like, just take your time, make it good. That's all I care about. Make it Mass Effect. I won't go into like the whole story stuff because that we could have a whole episode regarding that. But based one of what the rumors have said or what they've released over the past few years. I think it's gonna be very interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. Also, they did confirm that the Mass Effect TV show is
Yep.
is in production now, and it's gonna be an original story, and it's gonna be in the future past the original trilogy. So we'll see what happened after the Mass Effect 3 in this show. So that's even more for fans of the series to hang like hope on, because we all want to know what happened. So it's good
Well,
that this will be an original story, because I think after the success of Fallout, I think it's a good thing to have an original story set in the universe and not just retell the games like The Last of Us did, because like you can do more with it while also pleasing new fans and old fans, because obviously new fans, they don't know what's going on. They're just gonna tune in just because, and they're gonna get introduced to the universe, and then maybe they'll be inspired to go play the games themselves and see what this is all about. And then older fans get new content and new lore uh drops to, kind of like dig into and see if there's like a deeper meaning and what it ties into the next game and all that stuff. So I think going with an original story is the best bet. And in general, for video game adaptations, they probably should be doing that.
oh, you're talking about the TV show, because even the game is set after.
Yeah, the game is set after, but the TV show is also set after.
Yes, yes. So, both the TV show and the game will be set after the original trilogy, within the
yes,
same universe's timeline.
yes,
It's gonna be
and that's what
that's
I'm
gonna be
really
interesting.
excited for. Yeah, because I want to see what happened. What was all that about? Were the indoctrination theories true? All this and that.
Well-
It's gonna be interesting.
Well, if people played Andromeda, you get a few snippets and like audio logs and like things to read
Right.
about things that happened in the galaxy, or in the Milky Way galaxy, because obviously you're in the Andromeda galaxy. So
Yeah. Also,
Um,
I do want to say before I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut
no,
you
go
off,
ahead.
because you just mentioned it. I reminded me that I think it was either last year or the year before, the N7 day content, whatever you want to call it. They released like I think an audio file or something like that, where somebody, most likely Liara, was talking about the Andromeda galaxy. And that basically kind of confirms that Mass Effect Andromeda will play a factor in this next Mass Effect game. So it's not like you can just skip it. So I think
Yeah, they're
and
connected.
I really wish I every year I hope that they announce it, but they don't. Just release a patch for Andromeda, make it run 60 frames and make it run in 4K. Like, just do
It's not
that.
happening.
It's just a patch. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta
It's
do
not
much.
happening. It's not happening.
It's not a re-release.
You
It's not
say they don't
happening.
gotta do much, but I'm pretty sure that getting the game to 60 frames now
so
will
long.
probably take a significant work. And
You know what?
they're-
In this case, I will let them use AI to do it.
Oh
Because-
no! Oh no!
Just-
No!
Just like that, his morals are gone. Not do
Yep.
it.
when it comes
Get
to
'em,
Mass
Tay.
Effect, yes.
Look, as we make fun of Brothers A for GTA, at least that it's coming. That patch ain't coming, bro.
I know.
Hey, how I get straight in this? What the hell?
Look, we all have wishes of things to come true. Mine's already came true. I got Kingdom Hearts 3. I got nothing for you.
I mean, that was one of mine too, and it came true. Um,
But you
But
got one. You can't hope for 3. Come relax, bro.
I can hope for as much as I want. But
See?
my
Greedy.
main issue is just the fact that, because Mass Effect Andromeda is on EA Play, and you can play that on PC at like max settings and stuff like that, but it's not like the save. It's not cross save. It's like a separate thing. So like if I wanted to play, like I could play it on my ROG Ally and have it run better, but it's the fact that I will have to start all over. I don't want to start all over. I remember I got to a decent part in the game, And I'd rather just recap what I did and try to remember instead of just restarting, because I played for like a good like 40 hours or something like that.
You didn't beat the
Um,
game? Damn.
no, I didn't.
See the archive's coming back again.
Anyway, I just love Mass Effect, man. Leave me alone.
Listen, we all love Mass Effect, okay? We all hope it does well. We hope to hear more from EA because these little snippets every year, it's like we get it. Game development takes time, especially after COVID. We understand, we get it, but like come on, put everybody to work. Stop laying people off, put them to work and get this game out.
Yeah, I think that they wanted to kind of, like you said, they wanted to reassure everybody because EA's been bought out. That it was up in the air if Mass Effect was still even going to be a thing.
Yeah.
But I think, given that they already started production on the TV show and they're in production on the game, I think we can count on at least one more Mass Effect game. And then if that's successful, then we'll see more. But yeah, they kind of had to push that one out first because is a lot riding on this.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to some more good news. This time out of PlayStation, we have cloud streaming officially arrives on the PlayStation Portal with new support for digital PS5 games in your library. And so if you have the premium tier of PlayStation Plus, you get to use your PlayStation Portal as a cloud streaming device. So you can play all the games that are in your premium catalog, including some of your older games, right there on the portal. Which finally, like, this is now people have a reason to actually use the portal, because it was okay as remote play, but that was it. It was like it's all right, but now I feel like PlayStation Portal is viable now. You don't need the PS5. It doesn't need to be just remote play. You can load up, play the games in the cloud, much like Xbox has been doing for several years now. Finally be able to do it on the PlayStation with your Portal. I think this sort of will make the PlayStation Portal do well this holiday season with allowing people to play their games anywhere.
Yeah, I think this is a good move. It's surprising that they didn't think of to do this from the get-go, but maybe there was like some like licensing issues that they couldn't get ironed out yet. But I'm glad that it's here, and now the PlayStation Portable is a good device that you could just buy on its own instead of it basically being a peripheral for the PS5.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's funny too because like for the longest time, and I've mentioned this before, that I play games on cloud very regularly, and it's come a long way, but people are still hung up on, oh, it's streaming. And yes, I get it, but try it. Like, just try it and see if it works for you, because I'm telling you, cloud streaming is going to be the future. And now now that PlayStation Portal is basically a standalone device, if you have PlayStation Plus, um, they're starting to see it now. And now cloud streaming is just like, oh yeah, this is great. And it's like, where you been at? It's like it's been a thing for a while. Like, not even just with Xbox, but GeForce Now. Like, cloud streaming is becoming very, very like playable. Almost more than playable. Like, it's almost indistinguishable from playing native. Obviously, there's some artifacting and lag and latency that you deal with occasionally, but for the most part, you can't even tell. And I think that's what's gonna be the deciding factor, is once they iron out those stuff, like, is it even worth? Like, I watched this video I mentioned before, like Linus Tech Tips, and he was talking about how cloud streaming is almost like you're when you play locally, you're not getting that much of a difference of power. Like, yeah, it's significant if you're like into like pixel counting and stuff like that. But if you're just trying to play a game, cloud streaming is fine. So I think now PlayStation players are gonna start noticing that, and we're gonna be that much closer into cloud gaming becoming a viable alternative to buying these games or buying these hardware, consoles, whatever, and playing it locally. Obviously, there's some caveats, like you have to be connected to the internet, and it's always online. So that's gonna be the major hang up for a lot of people. But if you don't care about that, then go for it.
You know what? I'm sick of why does everything have to always be online? Everything is always online anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Try
It
using
doesn't
your
matter.
phone without internet. You're gonna be
Exactly.
bored as fuck.
Exactly. And then you'd be like, oh, well, I'll just be on Wi-Fi. Well, guess what? You're online. There you go. It doesn't matter. Either way, you're always online. So you need it. You need an internet connection now to do pretty much anything. You want a game, internet. You want to talk on the phone. You need some sort of connection, always. So I don't understand why this is so different. If people want physical, I get it. I understand the physical argument, having physical games. If they're so against digital or cloud that they're never gonna use it, that's fine. But stop. Don't ruin it for everybody else.
Sounds like such a millennial and a Gen Z thing, or Gen X.
Yeah,
Because they're
pretty
like,
much.
why is it always gotta be online? Because most of our friends aren't home and can't come to our house.
Yeah.
You just want the option to play locally, which is fine. Which is honestly, we all want that. But like, stop making it such a big deal than it already is. Everything we do is online. Hey, you want to watch TV? Guess what? Online.
Yep. Shoot, even landlines, they're no longer connected to like the wall jack. They're online now.
Online.
That's it.
Yep. If your Wi-Fi goes out, your landlines don't work. Even
Exactly.
though most people don't even have landlines anymore. But you see, that's the problem.
You'll be surprised, but yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So good news all around for the PlayStation people, for the people who own a Portal and who have the highest tier of PlayStation Premium. Now let's move on to some more Sony news. This news was very interesting. The PS5 and PC cross-buy options have been discovered and verified. So now we don't know if PlayStation will have their own PC store, but they are working on cross-buy. So if you buy it on the PlayStation, you could then play it on PC. If you buy it on PC, you could then play it on your PlayStation, which is almost exactly how Xbox Play Anywhere is right now. But just be PlayStation and PC. This is good news. More options, more ways for consumers to buy and play. I don't like the fact that if I wanted to play Ghost of Tsushima on PC, I would have to repurchase it again. So this coming out, being verified, and it coming out soon is great news.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a day when PlayStation just admits that they want to do what Xbox is doing and just release games on PC day one. And if they do this cross-buy option, that's going to be even greater because now people will be buying more PlayStation games day one instead of, especially on PC, and they won't have to worry about waiting for it to come to PC later because that seems like to be their strategy now. But PC players are willing to wait. Like they are patient gamers. So I think this is a sign that PlayStation is admitting that they need to release games on PC day one, and we're gonna start seeing that. And the cross buy, honestly, that'll get me to buy more games because now I can play it on PC and on my Ally. So even better for me. And for a
How
lot
dare
of
you
people.
play PlayStation games on your Xbox ROG Ally?
That's the dream,
You
right?
you know how much nonsense would it go? Yes, you're right. They do want to do that. That's what it's going to lead to. But they gotta wait to as Brother Zay calls them, the PlayStation fanboys don't have the head up their ass. But that's not important right now.
Well, yeah, that they're gonna have a meltdown when that happens, but it's gonna happen. Like I don't know why people are in such denial about it.
Because
I mean,
it's
it's just
fun.
more.
Because it's fun.
It's fun.
At this point, it has to be. You know how some people like I don't know. You know how people will be like, "Oh, I can't." Like when you play with girls, they're like always throwing the game. At that point, that's what this is. It's just something to complain about.
True. They need something to complain about.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
those are
that's
only
it.
the
They
people
just
who are
need something.
online. Those are the only people who are just online complaining. They're not even playing games.
Yeah, that's true.
Their whole identity, their whole personality, everything is just about them saying PlayStation sold more. PlayStation is better. Who cares? We're playing games. Play wherever you want. It doesn't matter. It's okay
PlayStation.
because
But
soon.
did it sell more though? Did it really? Is that what you care about?
I never understood that. Like, who cares if PlayStation sells more consoles? You're not seeing a dime, a penny of that money. You're cheering on a billion-dollar corporation, and they don't even know who you are.
Yeah. That I never understood that. Like,
Yeah,
why are you defending like a big corporation when they don't even acknowledge you?
yeah, yeah.
Open.
Let's move on. Let's move on to more sad news, and it's sad news for me because I owe Producer
Oh
J
yes.
$5. I'll sell you $5.
I told you not to make the bet. I told you.
I don't listen, okay? GTA Grand Theft Auto 6 was set to release May 26th after initial delay. It has now been delayed again to November 19th of 2026. A huge disappointment. This sort of rocked the internet the other day when it was announced. Everybody was talking about it. I will Zell you. I'm gonna do it right now while we're talking. Zell you $5
No, you don't gotta do all that.
because I'm a man of my word.
It's all right. I was joking.
Yeah.
It was just mainly because like seeing Rockstar's track record, they've always delayed games at least twice. And I was just waiting for the other one. Now in this situation, I do think there's a strong chance that it gets delayed one more time. I don't
most
want
likely
it to.
now.
Yeah, especially with the news that happened that came out from it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, the delay. Some people say it's no surprise that it was delayed because obviously it was bound to get delayed. I was hoping it wasn't delayed, but that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about some of the controversy that we're finding out days after the initial hey, we're delaying GTA. So some of the developers who are former Rockstar devs were fired. I think it was 30 to 40 developers were fired October 31st. And they claim was over union busting, that Rockstar fired them because they were trying to form a union, which is insane. If those accusations are true, Rockstar is in a world of trouble.
Yeah.
So Rockstar initially claimed that they were fired because they were leaking sensitive documents about the game to the public on social media like Reddit. But it turns out that the developers themselves stated that no, they were trying to form a union to try and save their jobs from ever being, tossed out after the game was released, and they were basically firing them because they were trying to form the union. Now, we still don't know 100% who is right, who is wrong, but they did have the local union that they were trying to form started protesting outside the London offices the other day and getting people, not just the developers who were fired, but getting the local community in London to try and back them up to put pressure on Take-Two and Rockstar to try and either rescind the firing or to stop their union busting. And all of this to say that Rockstar developers who are still at the studio have come out on social media stating that morale is absolutely zero right now, and that they believe that the firing of these 30 to 40 developers is going to hinder the next release date, November 19th, and it may get delayed further simply because they cannot have enough time to hire somebody to replace the 40 developers that they just fired. So we don't even know if we'll actually get GTA
6.
on November 19th.
Yeah. This whole situation is really, it's kind of like crazy just because like, no, I mean, for as big as Rockstar is and for as big of a publisher Take-Two is, you wouldn't think that they would cause so much issues over, what was it, 30 to 40 developers? Like there's hundreds of people working on this game. And apparently the people who got laid off were they were like leadership roles. So now that's what's causing the issue and why the delay is happening. But as you said, we don't know the specifics. We don't know if they actually were leaking stuff on Discord and about the game. I feel like this is something that needs to be taken up with the courts at this point, if that's the case. If Rockstar has evidence to justify the firings, then I feel like it needs to be shown and let it be known than just
Yeah.
them saying it. Because obviously people are gonna take the side of the workers over the publisher or the developer. And I think
No, the union
that?
laws of London.
That's true too. I don't really know how it works outside the US.
Yeah, because like U.S. That's definitely a court situation, which is like that's a whole thing. But like
I mean,
I don't know what
technically they weren't in a union, right? I'm not even sure. I think they were just trying to form a union.
Yeah, that's what. Which is you should be able to do that. But like I don't know what the labor things are restrictions are when it comes to Great Britain and London and England. Because like I'd like here in America, like if you're trying to form a union, it's not possible. Like you shouldn't be getting fired for that. It can happen, and you can take it to labor court. But I don't know what the law is for London.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
definitely
kinda
gray
tricky.
area.
Yeah, because like that's and to prevent a union, like you have to have like reasons for like, oh no, these are like the same thing like the WWE did with theirs. Like, oh, they can't be unionized because they're just contracted, like
Yeah,
contracted and they can
independent
leave.
contractors, yeah.
Yeah, like
And I guess maybe that's the same excuse because as far as I know, developers aren't employees. They're contract. Well, depending on like how they were hired, because sometimes they're hired outside specifically for a set time in their contract, and then once
mhm.
that time expires, they get let go.
Yeah. So
So they could be the
this
same reason.
this is probably why they were trying to make that union in the first place. To be fair.
They probably knew that their time was gonna come up eventually, and they didn't want to go, so they tried to form a union to prevent that. But I don't know. Like you said, it's tricky because it's outside the U.S., so we really don't know how like what is the legal ramifications of this. Can they sue Rockstar for this or Take-Two? I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of unknowns, even for the developers right now. We hope this is why we here at Loading Up love unions and love to hear that unions are forming within the video game industry, simply because we know that after games are developed, developers are dropped like flies.
Yeah.
And that's sort of like the industry standard, but it shouldn't be. And people should be looking for job security. These are artists, and they're the reason why we are here today talking about games is simply because these people are the ones who make the games, and they should have some form of security when after they're finished making their games, especially after it takes so long and it costs so much to make these games. You would think that they would want these people who were so talented to stay there within the company.
The problem with that is, and this is not me like defending
Here we
publishers or developers or
go.
anything like that. I'm playing like devil's advocate right now. The reason why they won't do that is because if they were to keep more developers on after a game releases, then that's more grounds for them to ask for more money. and that they don't want that. They want to pay as little money as possible. Even for, like I said, even for a big publisher like Take-Two and Rockstar, like they will also penny pinch. So it's like it seems so trivial, but it's like they pay attention to that stuff because once it starts, it's very hard to stop. And that's what they want to avoid. They don't want it starting at all. So that's why a lot of publishers tend to do that because they don't want to have them asking for raises just to keep them.
I don't like the devil's advocate in you right now.
I'm trying to be real, man. I'm
I
trying to
hear
tell you
you.
like it is.
I get it.
When you keep changing developers, this is when you lose games and stuff like that. Like, I understand it gives opportunities to other developers, but the reason your company was successful was because of the developers you had on whatever. It's a weird thing.
Well, it all comes down to the development costs rising, and in order to keep it down, you got to do what you got to do. I don't like it, but that's what they deem
Necessary.
appropriate. Yeah, necessary.
Boo this man.
Boo! How dare he make sense?
we
I
don't like it.
I don't like it either.
No, I get it. I understand what you're saying, and it makes sense. I get it, but it's still not right.
No, it's not.
Yeah. I mean, that's that's what we got for the news. I'm sick of the GTA. I lost $5. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, and I know people are really upset about this because like this was one game that everybody was looking for. Like when you say everybody was talking about it, that it's an understatement. Because like I could not get away from seeing this news over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Because that's how much of a reach GTA has. That even people who never talk about games, people on social media who never talk about games, they were talking about GTA being delayed. That's how big of a cultural impact this has, and why this affects more than just the gaming industry. This is like the entertainment industry in general. Because now so many developers and publishers are going to have to scramble to find new dates because they were counting on the game releasing in May. So now they're going to, some of them are, they're relief because now they can release their game probably when they wanted to and wouldn't have to delay it. But now the games that are coming out in fall 2026, which is a lot of games, they're probably going to have to find new release dates or risk going up against GTA, assuming that it comes out in November.
Yeah,
it's like you knew you had to go against GTA eventually, to be fair.
Yeah, but also I think the game that has to get the most worry is Wolverine.
Yeah, I think Wolverine is a safe bet for late September, early October. I think that's probably because that's technically fall. And I think if they can hit that release date, then they should be okay. Having like a little over like a month and a half to play the game is pretty sound, especially given it's Insomniac. No shade to them, but you can complete their games fairly quickly. Yeah. So we'll see. And I know someone who is sweating right now is Jeff Keighley, because he was ready to put GTA in every freaking category at the Game Awards, and now he's like, "Damn, is it even gonna be in the Game Awards?" So
he'll change the rules.
Oh yeah, he's gonna bend the rules. You already know he's gonna push back the cutoff once again. Probably gonna have to delay the show just so GTA can make it, because that's how he is. That's how he rolls.
Boo that man.
Boo him.
That was it. That's for the show.
All right. Remember, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening to us on a podcasting app, you can share us and favorite us and rate us and do all that nice stuff. That'll help us out. Yeah, if you look in the description, you can see our sponsors. It's NordVPN. W Energy and Starforge PCs. Save some money off surfaces, subscriptions, products, all that nice stuff. And trust me, it's worth it. Yeah, that'll do it for us. We'll see you guys next
This
week.
is
Peace.
Slim.
Latest.